What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Motorhead YouTube channel. In today's video, we're actually going to be starting a new project, and I think I'm just going to do one video on it. But before we get started, I do want to give a little bit of backstory on the bike. So it was a two-stroke KTM, and I bought it from a seller, and he kind of misled me and scammed me, and you know, it was pretty upsetting. But we do end up, as you'll see in the video, just going ahead and refreshing the entire motor. But originally it was supposed to just be a piston, and even then it was potentially not the piston, and there was just so many sketchy factors going into it, and you know, really I shouldn't have given him the benefit of the doubt. But it's unfortunate, but I am building a bike I've always wanted, and I do a lot of trail riding. And right here is my YZ450, and this is a motocross bike, and it does well in the trails to an extent. You know, it is set up as best as you can possibly for a MX bike to go on trails, but for one, it has way too much power, and for two, I really deal with a lot of flame out issues and stuff like that, and I do want to do hard enduro and small technical trails and stuff, and this really just isn't the bike for it. This bike is meant to be wide open on the track, so I'm going to sell this bike. It's an absolutely beautiful bike. I love it, and you know, I've had so much fun on it, but I do not have no use for it, so I want to get rid of it. I did make a video on it before, and as you can see, it looks completely different. I completely redid everything on it and made it look super nice for the new owner when I sell it. So let's get right into this video and get started on this KTM. Okay guys, so here is the current state of the bike. I did take it apart to an extent, and the motor has already been worked on, but everything was kind of recorded and different parts. But I'm just going to go over the bike. This is pretty much the condition I bought it in. All the plastics are really beat up. It's just in really rough condition. Everything's just all tore up. And a couple of good things are this new tires and FMF exhaust, stuff like that. But for the most part, this bike is pretty beat. It was definitely a lot nicer in the pictures, but when I got there and I did drive pretty far, you know, it turned out that a lot of stuff was wrong with it. But we did kind of negotiate on the price, and even then I still do feel like I got the short end of the stick, and mostly because of the motor and because I kind of got catfished as far as the condition of the bike. So we're going to roll straight to the motor footage, and I'm going to show you guys what the motor looked like when I took it apart and the process we went through to fix it. All right, so here is the engine. I did get a little ahead of myself, and remember, I do need to probably record this, but I got the head off and I got all these bolts off. These were really tricky to get out, but I do see new gaskets and everything, so I mean, it could be rebuilt. Obviously the motor was recently split apart, but I do want to ensure that everything inside is good. I'm not sure if the piston's supposed to be that burnt. That is a little concerning considering this is a fresh rebuild, quote unquote. So I am kind of scared, but here's the moment of truth. I got everything off, and I guess we're about to see. Well, that does look like a relatively new piston. I imagine over time this would all wear off. Oh wow, this cylinder, well, besides that little spot, this cylinder actually seems to be in very good condition. So this is all looking very promising. I'm actually really excited. Well guys, my excitement is gone. You gotta be kidding me. Look at this, exactly like my last KTM. Up and down play. I know side to side play is normal, but up and down, this crank is toast, man. And that's really ridiculous that it's listed as a fresh rebuild. He said may need a piston, but come on, I mean, the piston's good and the crank is bad. That's just really bad. It was kind of sketchy from the get-go because he said he didn't have the Kickstarter because the Kickstarter broke. So that was the immediate red flag, which is why I was kind of skeptical. But man, that's really bummed out. And I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to contact him. I did buy it on Facebook Marketplace, so I don't even know. I mean, the chances of him even responding or being able to do something, I mean, that's just really bumming. I guess I'm just probably gonna look into a rebuild kit or something like my other KTM. It would be nice to have this entire engine fresh, especially since we'll be riding real far out into the woods and stuff. But yeah, that sucks. Look at that. This thing is done for. Okay guys, so you know when you see this right here, we got to call Vasily Builds in, a two-stroke guru.
Yes, sir. Yep, I'm helping Mark rebuild his engine, and he got a full kit here. So you got everything in this hot rod's crankshaft. I read on the forums a lot that the Wiseco cranks fail a lot, and that's actually what he has in his bike. It's a Wiseco crank. I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure.
It looks like it because that's what my KTM one looked like. And honestly, Vasily was the one who told me to go with hot rods instead of Wiseco. So this time I did, because I really didn't consult you the first time and I ordered the whole rebuild kit. But now,
yeah, he wants to keep this bike for a while and enjoy it. So I think it'll do just that.
yeah, and this is actually the high quality gaskets I ordered last time. You know, so everything is nice, but obviously this doesn't matter. I just want to show you guys. For now, we got to go ahead and strip down the bike, but we got everything to rebuild it. All the bearings, the seals, and everything. And so right now, we're going to go ahead and strip down this doozy and see what's going on inside. And hopefully there's no more further damage besides that.
You know what we should do?
What's up?
We should pour ATF and acetone in here, and it'll free up the crankshaft.
And what, just run it like that?
Yeah, just run it.
Now, maybe I'll pour some super glue down up in there. Or something, or some Play-Doh, so it doesn't hop up and down like that. Oh, and the head?
It's seized.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not bad, huh? You think it still got 100 miles in it.
Yep.
But yeah, what do you say? Let's start stripping it?
Yes, sir. That is smooth as a baby's butt.
Yes, sir, dude. Mad respect, Vasily.
Yeah. This one went a lot easier because I did this one before.
Yeah.
125, same thing basically.
Yeah, same exact motor as the last KTM, except this one is a little bigger.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. And then Vasily also recommended double stacking the gaskets because it came with multiple. So it should rev out a little better, yeah?
Yeah, like 10 RPM.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much, but hey, we'll take anything we can get. So it's getting super late. I'm just going to have to put this all together by myself. Big shout out to Vasily and Johnny.
Yes, sir.
These boys helped out a lot. So we'll continue this tomorrow, put the engine together, and get it back in the bike. So as you can see, guys, that was the entire hassle with the motor, but now the motor is completely refreshed, and I went ahead and cleaned it really nicely with the wire wheel, and man, it just looks so amazing, and I'm really happy with it. Now we have to go ahead and redo this entire bike, and we're going to freshen it up and make it look brand new. I have so many parts for it, so I'm going to go ahead and tear it down, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to tear it down completely, take the subframe off, clean everything up over here, and get the engine fully assembled. Alright guys, so I got it all back together. I did notice I am missing a couple little bolts. I completely forgot about that, so I need to order a bolt kit. Compared to what it was to what it is now, I mean, this thing just looks awesome. So we're going to keep moving forward, and I'm going to go ahead and install these Acerbis handguards and see how they look, and hopefully they're the right white. I haven't opened them yet, so we're about to find out. Alright guys, so everything is pretty much assembled, and man, I'm just so upset because everything looks so good, and then you look at these piece of junks, and it is what it is. I messaged them, and hopefully they will swap them out for some orange ones, and that'll add a little bit more orange. Also, I do want to powder coat the rims, so let me know what color I should do the rims. And then another thing I noticed, I don't know what on earth is going on here, but this, well, you can't really see it. This thing is literally packed shut, like completely shut. So I wanted to buy a new tip for it. It is an FMF silencer, and I don't want to buy a shorty, and I don't want to spend money on a tip. So I don't know, maybe I'll take it apart and repack it. But other than that, look how sick this thing looks, guys. Everything's coming together nicely. I also have a gold chain and an orange sprocket on the way. The engine looks super nice and clean. Everything just turned out so beautiful. I really love how KTM's styling is. Like, look at these fenders. That looks insane. And also, obviously, I love the white, if you can't tell from both of my dirt bikes. But that's going to be it. It's getting late on me. Alright, guys. So it has been a couple of days. I went ahead and ordered this in orange. That way I wouldn't have to worry about it matching. There's other orange on the bike, and I'm thinking of getting some cool graphics. But this definitely looks a lot better than the other junk that I had before. And so that's good. And now I'm going to also install the exhaust I bought for it, which is an FMF, and it'll go with the fatty pipe. As you guys know, that original one was completely messed up. So we're going to go ahead and install that exhaust real quick. You know? It's not the wrong exhaust. How much? Alright.
I thought that was just too short. How does the compression feel? Oh yeah, it's just smooth. That's a good sign right there. Yeah, keep going, keep going. Yeah.
He's going.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh.
Hey, yo, let's take it outside. Let's take it outside. We're getting smoked out. We're just plug. It definitely needs a bigger
Alright guys, just like that, the KTM is done, and man, I gotta say this thing turned out amazing. I'm waiting on a couple little things like the new sprockets and new chain and a bolt kit, that way I can fully piece this thing together 100%. I want to replace every bolt here on the outside that you can see, but this thing just turned out amazing. It really sucked that I got scammed, but now I know this bike will be solid and perfect for the trails. I did kind of want to make sure it's good. When we were riding on these bikes, me and Johnny, I mean, we rode forever, so if I were to get stranded out somewhere, you know, it would really suck, but at least now I know this bike is solid and it's nice. So hope you guys enjoyed this rebuild. If you guys want to see more dirt bike content, be sure to let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want, you can follow us on Instagram at motorhead.co, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.